Hi everyone, my name is Aileen Wu. I am an Olympic weightlifting coach and this is my reaction to the 2017 CrossFit Games Snatch event. Here we go. Here we have Thorisdottir, 198, feet already under the bar, hands on bar. Notice her feet were set before she lifts. Butt comes under first, but she does a great job of staying a little patient over it, getting enough of an extension. She doesn't get a full extension, but she gets enough to get herself under the bar. Let's watch this slow. Feet under the bar, hands on the bar. I love that she's getting tight right here. Pushes out against the diaphragm, pushes the back and lats tight. But this part I don't love. She undoes it by going into that mini squat and yanking the barbell off the ground. It completely undoes what all that getting tight is. It's like you're forcing slack into the system. But regardless, let's see what happens. So there's the slack. As you can see with the slack, it jolts her a little bit of back slackness, a little bit of core slackness. It pulls her forward, but she does a great job of keeping the barbell tight. You see a little bit of distance there between her and that barbell. I would have liked to see a little bit bigger chest right here. She does a great job of extending though. I would have liked to seen her exaggerate the extension, maybe lean back a little bit more into the extension because as you can see, she had to receive it a little bit forward and finish that pull with a big shrug and a big pull. That would have given her a little bit more height to get under the bar, but beautiful lift, Thorisdottir. All right, Sara Sigmundsdottir, 200 pounds on the barbell, feet under the bar, hands on bar. She's amped, she's ready to go. Her butt comes up right off the floor. She does a teeter-totter thing, but she extends and gets enough height on the bar to get under the bar, but she does have to receive it forward. Let's watch this slowly. All right, Sara Sigmundsdottir, feet under the bar, hands on bar. Notice her feet are already under the bar. I'd like to think that's because she knows that's where she wants her feet, but she rolls the barbell slightly, so I'm not completely sure. Hands on the bar. Here she is getting tight, kind of looking for her spot. I love that she looks for her spot straight ahead. Notice as she picks up the barbell off the floor, she wasn't tight, core wasn't tight, back wasn't tight, and you can tell because it pulls her forward right off the floor. You see a little bit of slack, and the butt comes up pretty significantly. So here we go in this position. She's trying to recover it. Know how far forward she is on her foot and how much she's trying to keep that barbell tight against her. So from here, the knees come back, knees come back, knees come back. And notice here we have separation between her and the barbell because of that slack that came forward. Now she has to recover by pulling that barbell to her, which she is doing, and she's rolling over under the foot. Here we go, barbell's tight against her, and here she gets that big extension, that big jump up and back, but it's loose on the pull. So there's a shrug, but it's not followed up with this viciousness of the high pull also, or viciousness of pulling herself under, but she gets enough of it to get under the barbell. Beautiful lift, right? Really strong. You can see a little bit of the imbalance there with the pull, with the struggle to receive and how it's positioned against her. But 200 pounds snatch, Sara Sigmundsdottir, incredible. Tennil Reed, feet under the bar, hands on bar, feet straight ahead, really narrow grip, doesn't tighten up. Oh, she got enough height on the bar too. Doesn't tighten enough, butt comes up first, scoops under, gets a little bit of a hip thrust. See, butt, yep. Oh, doesn't get enough height there. Let's watch that one full speed. So butt comes up first, knees come back too fast. You have a little bit of slack there. You get a little bit of hip bump. She doesn't get enough height on that one, and she wasn't tight on the receive. Not sure why she's going so narrow. It might be because she's looking to stabilize the barbell because it's heavy. But the problem, like I said earlier, with a really narrow grip is that it takes so long for the turnover. So you can see she had enough height on the barbell, but because the turnover takes so long, she was a little slow to receive it. And you need a little bit more height because the height of the bar here versus the height of the bar here, it's higher here. So you have to get higher. So not quite sure why she did that, but let's watch her lift slowly. All right, feet under the bar, feet very straight ahead, hands on bar. I appreciate that she's measuring and she's intentional and she's conscious of this. I really do appreciate that because at least you know it's the same. From here, she's looking straight ahead. She's looking for her point before she picks up the barbell off the ground. Appreciate that as well. Look like she's getting tight, but look, in her taking the breath, she takes the breath as she stands up. And what do you see? Butt come forward, a little bit of slack, a weight come forward on the foot. Every single time, right? More often than not, you see this. So here we go. She's picking up the barbell off the ground. She's keeping it close to her, but notice the butt's coming up first. Butt's coming up first, and now here, as the butt's coming up first, the knees come back, which is great, but now they've slacked off a little bit too much. You can see them lose their tension, and the barbell now is in front of her. So now the barbell's in front of her. Look how far the barbell is in front of her still. So the barbell's in front of her. Her hips have to come to the barbell. Now she's bending her arms, that early arm bend, which makes sense because you want to get it in that hip pocket, and her grip is so narrow. And from here, she scoops under, hips come forward. Notice her hips have to come forward to scoop under because the bar was in front of her. She does a great job of jumping. She jumps the barbell up. The barbell gets decent height. She moves her feet, love it, pulling herself under the bar, and she just wasn't ready for it. I need to take that back. It wasn't that she wasn't just ready for it, because with the barbell in front of her and the hips having to come forward for the scoop, inherently you're going to get a little bit forward back motion. Even though you're getting height on the barbell, if you have forward back motion, now the bar is wanting to do this and you're going to have to stop it, which she wasn't prepared to do. Incredibly strong athlete, like she almost had that. Well, I am curious about the narrow grip and narrow width of the feet. So let's watch number 2. Here she's going for it. Looking straight ahead, but note, again, same thing as last time. She's taking her breath as she stands up with the barbell. What happens? Weight comes forward on the foot, butt comes up first. It's like a formula. So here we go. She's staying tight on the barbell. I like that her back's tight. I like that she's pushing against the barbell. Again, here we go. Same as last time. Knees come back, which is great, but now you see a little bit too much slack. You see all the separation with her and the barbell. Now her hips are coming forward. I'm glad she's staying tight, but her hips are coming forward to come under the barbell so she can come under it and then jump up with it. Now you see that early arm bend and a slight cave of the back to position the barbell against her. Now you see the early arm bend, but she's trying to stay patient. Her hips are coming under for this big jump that she gets. So nice extension there, good shrug. She's pulling herself under, but it's just not enough in terms of the height she needed to receive that locked out. Great attempt. She obviously can have this weight. It's one of the things that I see that separates the really good lifters from the not so great lifters is the consistency. So if someone says, hey, my PR snatch is, let's say, 200 pounds, because all these women are snatching 200 pounds. Yeah, but does it take you 30 attempts to get that 200 pounds? Because each time you're hip thrusting it out and you have to be able to time it and get it quite right. Or is it this smooth, I jump up and back and the barbell comes right over me? When you have that technique and you're jumping up and back with the barbell's more up to come right over you so you can receive it in this better position. Obviously you have to shrug, high pull, and pull yourself under also, as opposed to the hip thrust when you hip thrust the barbell forward and now you have to time this catch, this receive. So she obviously strong enough to have this weight, just these little things that keep her from making that snatch. Hi everyone, thanks for watching my reaction to this part of the CrossFit Games 2017 Snatch event. If you'd like the video, please like and subscribe below. For any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to work with me to improve your Olympic lifting, you can check me out at www.wulift.com. Thanks guys, have a great day. I don't love this angle though. It's like overhead. How can you see anything from overhead? You can't see anything from overhead. You should know better than this. Come on.